Thanks, Mr. Franco. The next candidate is Setti Warren. Setti is the current mayor of the city of Newton and the first popularly elected African-American mayor in the Commonwealth. Mr. Warren was a White House aide to President Bill Clinton and an aide to Senator John Kerry. Mayor Warren.
It's great to be with you this evening. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be here in Worcester. I'm even prouder to have the support of Joe O'Brien, the mayor of Worcester, who is here. He's a great leader, and he's a great partner as a mayor here in the state of Massachusetts. And I know he was here a little earlier. I believe we're at a crossroads in this country. I think you all know that. And that's because the decisions that are going to be made over the course of the next several months and years will affect generations of Americans. The fact is that Scott Brown has made the wrong decisions, repeatedly. He's voted against the interests and values of our state. He's voted against funding for programs like Head Start. He's voted against funding for job training. He's voted against the extension for unemployment benefits in one of the worst economic climates in our nation's history. He's voted against funding for police, teachers, and firefighters. Those are not the values of the people of Massachusetts. They aren't the values of the people in this room. And they are certainly not the values that I grew up with in my household. Both my parents are from New York. My dad's from Harlem, and what was deemed the worst block in America at the time when he was growing up because of the drugs, gangs, and violence. He got out of that life because of something called the Police Athletic League. This is a city-sponsored program, government-sponsored program. Lifted him out of poverty and gave him the opportunity to succeed. He went on to the Air Force, went to Korea, came home, met my mom. They went down south and marched in the Civil Rights Movement, put their lives on the line to desegregate lunch counters and movie theaters. And then they found the wonderful community of Newton, and my parents purchased the home where my wife and I live with our 2 kids with GI Bill benefits, another government program and initiative. My dad understood the enormous opportunities he was given in life, and he spent his career repaying that by giving others the same. He passed away a little over a year ago, but he instilled in me a sense of shared responsibility to my community and my country, and he also instilled in me the importance of public service. It's the reason why I decided to knock on 11,000 doors, become mayor of Newton, provide leadership when my community needed it. It's why I decided to join the Navy Reserve shortly after 9/11. Did a year-long deployment in Iraq as Navy intelligence specialist. It's the reason why I spent over 10 years in the federal government, working for President Clinton, Office of Cabinet Affairs at the White House, running FEMA for New England, and working for Senator Kerry and the people of Massachusetts right here on small business issues. All that great opportunity and experience brought me to this very point. And here's what I understand. We have to continue to invest in the programs that matter at a critical moment in time in our country that gave millions of families the opportunity to go to work, get education, have the opportunity to raise their family and contribute to their communities. I get that because I'm a mayor. As a mayor, I create jobs. I invest in economic development, infrastructure, partner with private sector. We're doing it right now in Newton, Chestnut Hill Square. We continually do it. I invest in areas like public safety and education, make sure that we protect the quality of life. I held 24 town hall meetings as the mayor of Newton to make sure that my residents understood what decisions I was making and why, and hear from them as to how they believe our community should be more successful. That's the kind of United States Senator we need representing Massachusetts, and that's the kind of United States Senator I would be. My first priority would be getting people back to work, investing directly in infrastructure, biotech, life sciences, biomedical, just like you're doing here in Worcester. Grow jobs right here, train people right here, get them to work. Same for renewable energy. We've got to work on sensible ways to bring down the cost of healthcare, and we've got to make sound decisions with our Defense Department, bring our troops home from Afghanistan as quickly as we can, and Iraq, and invest in the things that matter. Finally, let me say this. Scott Brown promised to be an independent voice in the United States. He's voted 87% of the time with his National Republican leadership. And the rest of the percent, I don't know what he's thinking or what he's doing. I don't think he does either. One minute he says he supports privatizing Medicare. The next minute he says he doesn't support. This isn't leadership. I think the key difference between the two of us will be whether and how Each of us views the opportunities we are given in life and whether we believe others deserve the same. I do. I'll end with this short story. When I was in Iraq, I witnessed the worst of humanity. Death and carnage. When I came home, I witnessed the best of humanity. And what I took with me when I got back to Newton, Massachusetts, was the fact that we can move beyond our differences. I served with people of all different backgrounds, black, white, rich, poor, different political ideology. We had to put our unit first and our country first. I took that same principle, and that's why I was successful as mayor. And that's why I believe that through a shared sense of responsibility, we as a country can put our nation first. Get behind all those divisions that traditionally separate us here in our nation. Get people back to work. Make sure we rebuild the middle class and ensure that our state and country lives up to its full potential. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.